What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. To my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my video. Thank you so much for the love and support, and greetings to my brothers and sisters all the way from Caribbean country. So guys, I want us to watch this video from our Cuban sister. Right now she lives in Jamaica, and also she has a Jamaican passport. So right now she's a Jamaican citizen. So guys, our Cuban sister, she has come out and highlight some of the difference in terms of culture, and also in terms of how government it treat its people in Cuba, how the Cuban government treats its citizen, and also in Jamaica, how Jamaica is treats its citizen. And for her, she thinks that Jamaica it is best the government of Jamaica and also the culture of Jamaica, it is better than the Cuban government, also better than the Cuban culture. The reason why, watch this video, then I'll be back with more comments.
I come from Cuba. I now live in Jamaica. My husband is Jamaican. We met in Cuba. While we were living in Cuba, Cubans were not allowed to go to any casa de alquiler, which is what we call Airbnbs. Cubans were not allowed to go to hotels. Now, my husband did not understand that. My husband did not understand that. My husband did not want to accept that. No matter how much I told him, don't even bother try, he still tried. He took me to one Airbnb, casa de alquiler, and I had to pretend that I was a foreigner. I had to stand in front of those Cuban people and pretend that I came from Jamaica to visit my boyfriend, and I did not speak one word of English. I have to pretend to my own people that I did not speak Spanish. So the difference with this is that these rules in Cuba are not implemented by the homeowners. These rules in Cuba are implemented by the government. The government passed a law and say you can rent your house to foreigners, but you cannot rent to Cubans. A little bit further down, they allow Cubans to go, but you will have to be married to that person from another country. So once I got married to my husband, I had to take my marriage certificate to the Airbnb. The lady will take my ID, my husband's passport number, and our marriage certificate registration number, and put it in a book. And the police will come to her house weekly and collect that information. Fast forward to when I left Cuba and I was already in Jamaica, the police went to my house looking for me because I showed up in one of those lists as a Cuban staying at the Airbnb casa de alquiler with a foreigner, which in Cuba is seen as a form of prostitution, unfortunately. Now, we also tried to go to a hotel. I didn't try to go to the hotel to stay. I tried to go to the hotel just to go into the lobby. This was in Varadero. In Havana at the time, it was a little bit different because I was able to go to hotels like the Habana Libre. Sometimes I could sneak in. Sometimes, not all the time. Many times the security would just stop me. I have spoken about this before and share with you how this traumatized me for life. So we went to this hotel in Varadero and we were trying to get in, and the security said you can come in, but she cannot come in. And my husband got so upset. He wanted to go get his friends in Matanzas and go get caught last and all of them team there. And I said, Shield, this is how this place is set up. We just cannot come to a hotel and stay here. We cannot go to the lobby. We cannot. This is Cuba. Cubans, by law, set up by the government, were not allowed up to Obama days to go to a hotel. Fast forward, I go back to Cuba for the first time. I stay at a hotel in Cienfuegos with my husband, and I said, I want my family to come into the lobby. I'm just going to change my clothes. We're going together to the beach. They did not allow my grandmother and my auntie with a little tiny baby to sit in the lobby of the hotel and wait for me. Cubans were not allowed to set foot at a hotel. This is all designed by the government. It was not the hotel owner. It was not the Airbnb owner. It was the government. Fast forward to me being in Jamaica now. I go to the Hotel Pegasus for the first time, and I see the butler, the doorman, coming towards us, and I just held my husband's arm really hard and hid behind him, because in my brain he was coming to tell me that I could not enter. My palms were sweaty. I was so nervous. I felt the embarrassment inside me. When the gentleman just opened the door and said, "Welcome to the Jamaica Pegasus," I almost cried, because I realized how traumatized I was by my government back then. So all of this to say that in my case, I come from a communist country. We don't try to pretend capitalism. We don't try to pretend nothing. It's straightforward. You is Cuban, you is not welcome here. Now things are different. Now Cubans can go to hotels and all of that. They can stay, all of that, because the pandemic changed everything. But as I said, it was like since Obama times. But all of this to say that it's very painful to see people oppressing people. It's not Anju who said Jamaicans can't go to Airbnb, you know. It is the own Jamaican people who say Jamaicans are not welcome here. And if your skin dark, you are not welcome here either. Now, I see a lot of people in the comments saying, no, because them are thief and them are that and them are this. And I want you to pay attention to this part of this video if you're an Airbnb owner. And even if you are not an Airbnb owner, I need you to understand what my psychology behind this issue about people saying that you have to do it because they come and destroy the place and then come and steal. One, as a business owner, you have to have policies in place that protect you and cover damages, whether it's through pricing or policies. I give you an example. If you have a clothing store and people come into the clothing store and steal, are you going to close doors to everybody who is dark skinned and Jamaican? Try to do that, no? And see how fast you fail. What you do is that you hire a security guard. You put cameras inside. You put noise detecting thingies. You have your stuff in there alert. You check bags when people are leaving. You collect bags when people come inside. You put in policies that protect you against that. Now, for all the people about the towel, uno can't chat to me because towel ship. And nobody ever in the history of Airbnb said that you have to provide towel. There was a time on Airbnb that you even have to carry your own sheet because all you get is an empty mattress. It's just since recently that people have decided to say this Airbnb thing above and beyond and want to turn it into like a hotel, because at the end of the day we are competing with hotels, right? But you don't have to provide soap. You don't have to provide towel. You don't have to provide sheets. You don't have to provide none of them things there. And I need you to learn to use Airbnb as a host. You can claim back. You think nobody never thief nothing from me yet? Yes, somebody come and thief 2 towel. Me say, my girl, you thief 2 towel, me need my money. She's like, sure, me I pay for it. Me put the claim through Airbnb. Me show Airbnb the picture of the towel on Amazon. Me tell Airbnb how much the towel costs, and I get my money. And it's the same thing that happened to me as a guest. I went to a place and one of my liquor picnic them broke a side table by accident. The host said it's $400 for the table. I send them on the money. That's how it is. So you have to know how to utilize Airbnb, and also to how to communicate with your potential guests to make sure that they understand themselves and then respect your property. And if you look in the comments in this video, you will see a message that I left explaining how to communicate with your guests. You just simply said, you're staying at my yard, this is my yard, so you have to treat my yard as if it's yours because I'm allowing you to come in here. If there's any accidents, anything damaged by accident, you let me know so I can just contact Airbnb and put in the claim. So that way they understand themselves and say, yo, we can't come in here, so come break up team because them said them gonna charge you, and they have my credit card and they have my ID and they have my picture. You understand what I say? So it is best to address these issues one by one instead of generalizing, because people is people, and the universe, the world has all sorts of people, no matter where they come from and no matter them skin color. I think this is just a excuse to discriminate. Me can't look at it any other way. Just think about a retail business. Don't ever forget that Airbnb is a business, and you should treat it as such. Thank you so much for watching. Musha love.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video from our Cuban sister. For now, I should call her also Jamaican sister because she has a passport of Jamaica, and also she's a citizen of Jamaica because she has gotten married to a Jamaican man. So guys, she has come out and highlight some of the difference between some of the difference in terms of culture, and also in terms of how the government it is treating the people from Cuban and also the people from Jamaica. Let me start with the Cuban. She has come out and say earlier before Corona, or earlier before 2009, the government of Cuban, it was putting some more restriction. It was oppressing its citizen by putting a lot of restriction to their own citizen, because they were not allowed to go into Airbnb. So the Airbnb, they were only allowed the married people to just go in the Airbnb. And if you are going to the Airbnb, you will need to provide your marriage certificate so that you can be allowed to just go and use Airbnb, because they think that when they allow people to just go in the Airbnb, they will promoting, or there will be a high prostitution in the country, and that's why they were avoiding prostitution by not allowing their citizen to just go in the Airbnb. So you have seen how our Cuban sister, she has also come and say when she got in Jamaica, there were no such kind restriction. Each and everybody was allowed to just go in the Airbnb as long as you are the age of where you can go and use Airbnb. Now you will go and use Airbnb. In Jamaica, there were no restrictions. So when she first got in Jamaica, she was shocked because her husband, she was going to book an Airbnb. She thought that they will be denied like there in Cuba. But when they were allowed just for them to use Airbnb in Jamaica, she was so happy. And also that's the difference between of how the culture shock that she was come to notice about the Jamaica and Cuba. And also she has come out and highlight some of the thing also in the hotels. Some of them, they were not allowed in the Cuban. They were not allowed to just go in the beaches with a small baby, also with the parent, the family. So also that one, it was also another thing that the government of Cuban, it was putting a lot of restriction to its citizen, also by denying some of the people to go in the beach. The Cuban government, it was putting some of the a limit of the age so that you can be able to access the beach. And also just to show you that it seems that the people in Cuba, the government of Cuba, it oppress its people by putting a lot of restriction. You can see it means that some of the Cubans they are not free yet. They are still under control because they cannot do such things. But in Jamaica, I'm so proud of also, in Jamaica, it is also a black nation. So I'm so proud of some of the black nation right now. They are free because they can do anything they wish to do as long as it is aligned with the law of the country. So you may find that so many black nation right now, they are free. But we have some also the leaders who they are now still want to work under the rule of the colonizers. They really want to become the puppet from the country, and that's why you will find a lot of right now Africans and black nations, they are somehow trying to be away from the colonizers. Some of the African countries, they want to be independent, and for them being independent, you can see how now the country, it is become the people, they are enjoying their freedom. But you can see in Cuba, it seems that the people, although the country it is developed, but they are not having the freedom because everything it is controlled by the government. You can imagine the government denies you to just go and book your Airbnb with your family if you are not yet married. You can see. But here in Africa, I can decide to just go and Right now, if I have the money, I can just decide to go and sleep today in the Airbnb. As long as I have the money, it is being I'm allowed to go in the Airbnb. But you see, in Cuba, they were fear because of the prostitution. The government fear because it will bring high numbers of prostitution in the country. But the good thing is right now during the pandemic everything changed, and right now so many people they can access the Airbnb. But for me, I think but it is still net over, because you can see our sister, she has chosen to go and stay in Jamaica than in Cuba, which means in Jamaica it is a good life. There is a good life in Jamaica. There is a lot of freedom than their own country, Cuba. If I'm lying, kindly guys, you can comment down below. And also so many people right now tell you they really want to go in Jamaica, because Jamaica, it is a dream destination for so many people. That's why you will find majority of people right now, they are going to Jamaica. They are buying some of the land in Jamaica. They are building the hotel. They're building some of the apartment. And also our lady, she has come out and say about the Airbnb. So the Airbnb, there's a little bit of discrimination for the black people when it comes to the Airbnb. So the Airbnb owner, especially the white people who they own Airbnb in Jamaica, they are now they don't want black people to come into their Airbnb, because they fear maybe black people they will not use well their Airbnb. They usually say some of the black people, they are stealing some of the things in the Airbnb. And our sister, she has come out and highlight, you cannot judge someone by the look of the color. Not everybody who is black, who's dark skin, he or she is bad. So there's a lot of people who they are black but they are good. So you cannot just judge or discriminate. That's another kind of discrimination. You cannot discriminate this person, this black Jamaican, to come to your Airbnb to use it, because he or she will feel that you are discriminating him or her. Instead of you just discriminating people, you should put some of the policies so that people who are coming to your Airbnb can follow. If or she has come to your Airbnb and took anything, is the one to be responsible to replace it and to buy another new one. Or if he or she has broken anything in your Airbnb, he should be the one paying it. And also there is a lot of insurance company. Talk to the insurance company so that they can you can put your businesses in under insurance company, so that if anything goes wrong, tell the insurance, they will come and try to help you, instead of you just discriminating the black people. Because I know right now black people, they are being, some of the people not only in Jamaica, also here in Africa, they have painted the African a bad image. So when these people, they see African or black people, they usually associate them with the bad things in life. Maybe they'll say these people, they are poor, these people, they are struggling around, these people, they look like this, they don't these people, they are thief. These bad things, they have painted these bad things to the black people. And that's why you will see a lot of black Jamaicans, they are being discriminated. They are not being allowed to just use some of the white Airbnb in Jamaica. Not only Airbnb, also in hotel. We have seen a scenario whereby the Chinese people, they are coming in Jamaica, they are buying some land, they are building some hotel, and then they denied black people to use, the black Jamaicans to use this hotel. Instead of them, they only want the Chinese and Caucasian and white people to use the hotel. This is another thing. And also our sister, she has come out and say this is a discrimination. Don't put this thing, don't discriminate people according to their color, because I know in Jamaica there's no racism. There's no racism. What we have in Jamaica, it is a classism. So guys, that's all for today. I don't want to talk too much. Kindly subscribe if you haven't, like, share, and also comment. See you next time. Bye bye.